Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the second video of our new discussions over the new GDPR law that comes into effect next May. And this week I was going to talk about something that a lot of people are getting a little bit confused over, and that is personal data. So the GDPR looks at personal data as being anything that can identify a natural person. And what we mean by natural person is someone that is genuinely alive and not as opposed to a company. So to kick things off, we look at something called private data, which is basically data that is not considered secretive. However, it is not information that you would freely give to anyone. For example, your mother's maiden name, your kids' names, your pet name. All these kind of ideas look around the idea of not being public information. So the second group we look at is sensitive data, and that is basically anything that you would give to a qualified individual. For example, your banking records, you would not give this out to anyone. You would only give it to specific people for a specific purpose. Things along the lines of your medical records as well as another example. So location data is one of the three that we look at that wasn't covered in the Data Protection Act, mainly because it wasn't around. For example, the location data looks at the idea of pointing to where you are in the world. Like of the GPS in your car, it's in your phone as well, your IP address for your computer, all these kind of things that point to exactly where you are in the world. So again, this is something that's not covered in the Data Protection Act, mainly because it wasn't around back in 1998. Genetic data being things like your medical history and your family tree, all these sort of things that point to you as a hereditary person. Lastly, we've got biometric data, and this really points to something that can identify you without actually having it written down. One great example of this would be your fingerprint, your DNA, any strands of hair, things like that, your fingernails even. It really broadens the mind to what can identify you without actually having words written on a page. So there we are, there's 6 types of data. There's a personal, private, sensitive, location, genetic and biometric data. These are all covered under the new GDPR law. I really hope this has been helpful for you. If you do have any questions, feel free to get in touch or stay tuned for the next video next week, and we'll see you then. Thank you.